3K lawmakers just did something unprecedented. They wrote directly to bank COS demanding answers about locked crypto accounts. By the end of this video, you'll understand why this could force every major bank to change how they treat digital assets, and what it means if you're holding XR, XLM, or any IO20022 token right now. Here's what's happening. Members of Parliament in the United Kingdom just sent formal letters to the heads of major banks, including HSBC, Barclays, and NatWest. The reason? These banks have been quietly refusing accounts to crypto customers or shutting down existing accounts without clear explanation. We're not talking about a handful of cases. We're talking thousands of people suddenly cut off from basic banking services simply because they bought Bitcoin or traded altcoins. Now here's where it gets interesting. And there's one detail buried in these letters that almost nobody caught. I'll come back to that in a moment. First, understand what's really at stake here. When a bank refuses you service because you use crypto, they're essentially saying you can't participate in the modern financial system. You can't get paid. You can't pay rent. You can't function. Indeed, they've been doing this without formal policies, without appeals processes, without transparency. Just sudden account closures with vague language about risk. The three MS who wrote these letters, Harriet Baldwin, Lisa Cameron, and Drew Griffith, the Not Crypto Brothers. They're serious financial committee members who've been hearing horror stories from constituents, regular people, small business owners, people who bought some there 3 years ago and now can't open a savings account. Oh, why now? Why are K lawmakers finally pushing back? Two reasons. First, the regulatory picture is getting clearer. The K just passed its Financial Services and Market CT, which includes crypto provisions. Banks can't hide behind uncertainty anymore. There are rules now. Second, and this is huge, institutional money is flooding into crypto faster than ever. When Visa picks a stablecoin, when BlackRock launches a Bitcoin TF, when Michael Saylor keeps stacking, banks look ridiculous treating retail customers like criminals for doing the same thing. Now here's that detail everyone missed. The letters specifically mention that banks must explain their decision-making process. Not just say no, explain why. This is critical because right now banks are using black box algorithms and vague risk models. Force them to explain, and suddenly they have to defend policies that often make zero sense. Let's connect this to the bigger picture. IO20022 tokens like XR, XLM, LGO, HBR, these aren't just cryptocurrencies. They're designed to work within the banking system. They use the same messaging standard that banks use for international transfers. That's the whole point. Oh, when banks reject customers for holding these tokens, they're literally rejecting the technology they'll eventually have to adopt. The irony is painful. Banks are shutting down accounts for people holding XR, while Ripple signs partnership after partnership with actual banks. They're blocking LGO holders while the technology could solve their cross-border payment problems. This isn't about risk management. This is about old systems fighting new systems. ND here's why this K action matters globally. Britain is a major financial center. What happens in London influences New York, Singapore, Hong Kong. If K banks are forced to create fair, transparent policies for crypto customers, other countries will follow. The pressure is building everywhere. Oh, what should you watch next? 3 specific things. First, watch for official responses from these banks. They have to reply to Parliament. Those responses will reveal their actual policies or lack of policies. Second, watch for similar actions in other countries. Lawmakers are already asking questions. This is watching closely. This could cascade fast. Third, watch how banks treat IO20022 tokens differently than other crypto. If they start making exceptions for payment-focused tokens, that's your signal that adoption is accelerating behind the scenes. If you're thinking about trading any of these tokens we discussed, you can check out BitUnix through the link in the description. They've got a solid platform for getting started. Bottom line, we're watching banks lose their monopoly on deciding who gets to participate in finance. These K lawmakers just fired a warning shot. The walls are coming down whether traditional banks like it or not. This is educational content only, not financial advice. Always do your own research before investing. Follow Stack Daily 60 for daily crypto and money tips.